Thank you, Tess. It's so rewarding and fulfilling, and I think I'm a proud man today because I conceived this campaign. And it's very unusual for men to conceive a women's campaign, but I'm glad that I did that. When I took over the charge of being the executive director of Telecentre Foundation, having initiated new initiatives wherever I've been, I had a challenge facing me. What do I do for Telecentre Foundation? What is that unique new thing that I want to add to the last 4 years of marvelous work carried out under the leadership of Florencia Savelas? There came this idea, Telecentre Women's Campaign idea. I had 4 reasons for initiating this thought process. As Polly mentioned a little while ago, women contribute to a large extent to the economy. And it's very highly recognized in the field of agriculture. The high-level ministers, women ministers who assembled in Rome almost 2 decades ago, almost 15, 16 years ago, did recognize the role played by women in agriculture. But unfortunately, the world doesn't recognize them, reward them. Their contribution to the economy, particularly the agrarian economy, does not come to the limelight. And unfortunately, over a period of time, we have seen the decline in this sector. So there is an opportunity here, I thought, that the women who were engaged in productive work, if they were brought to the mainstream through the information communication technologies, they have a chance to be recognized. So I thought this was the first reason why women who were engaged in work that were not rewarding and recognizable could now turn to taking the digital revolution. And the place that I come from, India, and many parts of the Commonwealth, we do know that if somebody knows to operate a computer or somebody who can speak English is rewarded much more than others. So why not women taking to the digital technology? The second reason that I conceived, I thought such a program would be helpful for telecentre.org was due to the fact that many of us mentioned about it, including Secretary Ivan Uy a little while ago, that when women run telecentres, you find benefits spread to the entire society. It's not to say that when men run telecentres, it doesn't happen, but oftentimes men have this habit of assisting fellow men and benefiting first individually and subsequently to the society. But women, on the other hand, first think about benefiting the society before benefiting themselves. So it was very significant that we needed to do this. And we know from the research and all the studies, when women run telecentres, these are not only successful, but oftentimes sustainable. The third reason that I thought this was appropriate for telecentre.org is the fact that it gives a purpose to telecentres. Now, all the 4 years of telecentre.org, we promoted the ecosystem, we promoted networks, but we did not really have a global level purpose for telecentre.org in terms of taking the benefits of ICT to the society. And I thought this was an appropriate moment for us, given the fact that there was a global momentum. And the last but not the least, the reason that we came up with this idea was this also offered a unique opportunity for telecentre.org to partner with the multi-sector partners, particularly the public sector that has the mandate to provide empowerment for everyone, including women, but also the private sector that has oftentimes recognized the need to be involved with women's cause, either through the CSR wing of the private sector, but also through their business emerging market segments. And we also thought the academia could play a huge role, especially those university graduates who could become ambassadors, tutors, and mentors for the fellow women who are in deprived and rural and distant lands. So these were the 4 reasons why I thought such a campaign would be very helpful. When I first took this concept across, I spoke to my mentor, Professor M.S. Swaminathan first, and being somebody who stands for pro-women, pro-poor, pro-marginalized rationale, he thought this was a great idea. And soon after I spoke to Intel, Anjan Ghosh, who also thought this was a great opportunity for Intel to be a partner of this initiative. And I'm thankful that that one-page note I took to the Board of Trustees way back in August was immediately accepted. And incidentally, 4 men actually stood up and said, this is excellent, starting with Richard Fuchs, who in fact shaped up this idea and gave the title. Today, if we call Telecentre Women Digital Literacy Campaign as the title of this campaign, it's Richard Fuchs who gave that name. And we also had Secretary Ivan Uy, who supported the idea. We had Tim Dubel on the phone line from Seattle, who applauded the idea. So also Tim Rivera, another board member who is not present here, who was very supportive of this idea. So I'm very glad that this idea is today a reality. Now it's so significant that ITU is a partner, and many of you may not know about this fact that the International Telecommunications Union has been a pioneer in the telecentre movement. Maybe there is a tradition behind this. ITU was formed 8 years prior to the first telephone invented. So you can see the vision of ITU, vision of such a powerful institution. And an institution could think about a telecommunications union globally even 8 years before the telephone was invented. So such an institution is shouldering with us as a partner this campaign globally. And I'm extremely thankful to Susan Shore, who I met in Hyderabad in December last year, who immediately agreed and accepted to be a partner. But it's Tess later on who took the mantle and engineered this partnership, brought to this level. So visionary organizations are behind this, Intel and ITU to begin with, but Tess showed us a range of institutions that are supporting this initiative. It's also significant that we are launching this campaign in Chile. I think today, if we recognize the United Nations standing for the various democratic governments around the world, they have an institution called the UN Women Institution, which is headed by a Chilean woman, the former president, Ms. Bachelet, who is incidentally a classmate of my friend Erika Silva in this room. So it's so significant that we are launching this campaign in Chile, which has demonstrated the power of women, placing a woman in the most prestigious position, the UN Women Secretary General. So it's time for me to be really proud to say that I'm really fulfilled. I've helped to kickstart a project for telecentre.org, and I don't call this a project, it's a campaign. Campaign is run in a non-project mode. It gathers momentum, it organizes itself organically around the world, and that's what we witnessed today with so many people coming forward and pledging their support to the campaign. Thank you so much.